We were both on staff for many years. I was a villager myself for 7 years, and so we had, both of us, the experience of what it's like to be there and spend part of your summer there, and it was a no-brainer for us. It was the best memories I have from my childhood were at camp.
They can play soccer, they can go swimming, they can go out on the canoes. There's an iceberg at the German camp, so they can go climbing on the iceberg if they want to as well. But there are just so many things for them to do, and every day is just different.
You know, it motivates these kids. They make great friendships, they
That's
learn
huge.
a lot, they
That
have
is
a lot
huge.
of fun. You know, and it's got to be fun. Otherwise, you know, if it's not fun, they're not going to want to come
Yep.
back. And again, Concordia's done a great job of making this a fun place for kids to spend time in the summer.
The kids are always really sad to leave at the end, but they always get a CD of all the songs they learned over the 2 weeks. And we end up singing the 4 hours from Bemidji all the way back to Minneapolis, all of the songs they learned over the weeks.
Well, and you know, the thing we always say is, you know, as a parent, one of the things that you just have to do is, if you send your child, you have to come, if it's possible, either drop them off or pick them up, because, and it's especially gratifying to see when you pick them up, because it's like they've morphed into something else, you know, with, you know, all these new experiences. You know, they're so free, you know, to learn as they choose and to be who they are. And I know for our son, every year we picked him up. 1 year he's the DJ for the
Radio
village.
Waldsee.
Yeah.
My favorite memories are always just about the kids that my daughters get to know and learn, and they come back every year and they're all there again.
Sometimes it's the most fun to watch kids who come with no language and leave after a week or after 2 weeks with so much that they've been able to learn and comprehend, and how good they feel about themselves for having accomplished that.
I think it's opened up the world to both of my daughters in terms of not only language, but activities that I don't think that they would have had an opportunity to do if it weren't for going to Waldsee every year. Our oldest daughter loves the Grunewelle. She'll definitely do the environmental program again. And our youngest child has been part of the day camp there, but we'll be starting in the 2-week program, and we're very anxious to see where she goes with it as well.
But it was interesting when we got into the point of, you know, starting to look at colleges and meeting with high school counselors, and the, you know, credibility that having the German language village, Waldsee, Concordia language villages on a high school resume was significant.
Yeah.
They actually talked to people who were coming there their sophomore years or junior years and saying, well, what do I need to do at X school? They said, you don't have the languages. You need to go up to Bemidji.
Well, we've done a couple family programs, and it's something nice that we can share as a family. The food is amazing. The best part for me when we do a family weekend is that I don't have to cook, and I get these amazing meals every day.
Watching them run off to do things that I did as a kid, or that they're just so full of joy that they get to go and do these things, and the fact that they're doing them in German is almost secondary to them. They don't even realize that they're learning a foreign language. They're just having a lot of fun.
And when we're with them for a family weekend, we can be there kind of day to day and watch them. It's fun to watch how day after day they use more and more of the language.
And it's really clever how they have like a candy store, a cafe set up, and the kids have to take their euros and go to the candy store and ask in German for the things they want. I just think that's very clever, really motivating for kids and very empowering. The other thing that I think is really amazing about this camp compared to other camps our kids have gone to is the qualifications, the quality of the staff. The staff is usually much older than most camps, so they have more experience, and a lot of them are, during the year, are teachers. A lot of the German-speaking staff have degrees and are coming over to have an experience in America. There's a nurse always on site.
The whole village is set up not really to be teaching language. It's not a place to go where you're studying all the time, where you're going there to learn the language, but that you're just doing everything, and everything is set up so that it's kind of secret language learning. And so kids go there and what they are doing is playing a sport or doing an activity, or simply just while they're eating. It's the fact that it's just surrounding them 24/7, literally, the language, and that everything is set up to just be so perfectly organized so that the language just kind of happens and they don't have to work at it.
It really is an immersion. It's an immersion in language, it's an immersion in the culture, and it's teaching you the things that you really need to know if you're going to survive whatever it is, 2 weeks in Germany, or whether you're going to go and live there for a year as an exchange student, whatever it is.
For a lot of kids, it creates a lifelong love of the language, a lifelong bond with so many of these other kids. They stay connected.
You know, for our daughter, who's now out in Portland, Oregon, you know, teaching at the German American school, you know, that was it. It was a lifelong love. Without the language villages, it wouldn't have been the same.
No, I don't think that she would have had, you know, the ability to, you know, when we have visited relatives, I don't think she would have felt the connection.
They hear someone speaking German and they get excited about, hey, those people over there, they're speaking German, and they can understand it, and it's fun for them to all of a sudden kind of be able to notice that, and they kind of see how that expands their world some too.
And I am always very, very proud at the confidence and the level of German that they have. My middle daughter actually was very talkative right away in customs, to the customs agent, to the passport control, and it just shocks me how much they know that I didn't even know they knew.
I think when she went through customs control, she just opened up her bag and said, "Look for some Schmuggelware."
No.